With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the San Francisco 49ers and the Seattle Seahawks. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. On first down, Garoppolo. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10.
11.
Garoppolo to try again on 2nd down. And Jones has it over the middle. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6.
11.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long.
11. Go ahead. 21.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Garoppolo now. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
On play action, now Garoppolo. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Play action. Garoppolo. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Here's Rashad Penny, first carry for the former San Diego State Aztec. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. On 1st down, Mahomes. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Here we go. Blue 45. Blue 45.
Mahomes to throw once more. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. 23 yards on the play.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They go play action here on 1st down. Steps away. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Trent Murphy able to get him for a loss of about 3.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Working from the gun, Mahomes flushed out right. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Janoris Jenkins. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. He was looking for Watkins that time.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, he'll force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
And that run was memorable for only one reason. There's absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle. It got his man, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 36 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Now a play fake here on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And he's going to bring this one down to right about the 20-yard line. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. The Niners on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They run it with Ballage. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. Leaves it for Penny. Muscling free near the 40. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it.
Penny, a 1st down carry. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And he had a nice play there from his free safety position to hold him to nothing.
And, Brandon, remember when the free safety was always back away from the line of scrimmage?
That's changed.
That changed in a big way. The way we see it now, they're almost mirrors between the free safety and the strong safety. One will be up, one will be back, or sometimes both will be in the same spot. On that play, free safety was there, no gain.
He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Open man, it's Allen. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Well, they go with a slant that time, 15 yards and a 1st down.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
We used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this, when he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Well, this is how you shape the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Yeah, once more, strong running, Excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Able to shake it off, but in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Trent Murphy in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And his throw is incomplete. Rashaan Melvin that time able to make the play.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And now the passing game here in the 2nd quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They come out here in the eye.
Left. Check 26.
He's going to get it running right. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and goal. Penny will try to punch it in. Oh, and they had him stopped short of the 1st, but a penalty marker down. And that looked like a clear face mask to me. So instead of forcing the field goal, it'll be 1st and goal.
Yeah, the force was trying to make something happen that just didn't need to, right? I mean, the plays happen, let it go. It's over. Instead, he creates a penalty.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Mahomes now on the sneak. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Patrick Mahomes with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Seahawks are now just an extra point away from moving out in front. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. They're kind of searching for that magic elixir. You know, they're moving the football a little bit, but not with any great consistency.
I love that term you just used, elixir, right?
Old school.
Old school. I love that. Because you don't want to put too much pressure on your defense as well. All right, if you're kicking field goals, that's great. But your defense has to keep going out there and holding the other team. You're not giving them any cushion to work with, and that gets tougher and tougher as the game goes along. Put the ball in the end zone and get 6s. That's the ambrosia that they're looking for.
Ambrosia, I'm trying to erase this deficit. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. A minute 59 to go in the first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new-school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Go ahead.
Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he gets it down to the 32. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have the center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit.
Sammy Watkins, he's going to go. And all the way down to the 35. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Ertz has it left side. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after.
Well, Mahomes can't get away. And down he goes. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. As it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack for Mahomes and company. Here's Mahomes to throw. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. And the 49ers going to take another timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this 1st half of action. And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. Still a little bit of time left here in the 2nd quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
The 49ers offense making its way back out there. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The drive will commence with a run by Balaj. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
21.
Now Balaj. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. So we are at half. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, second and 10. Mahomes again here on second and 10. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. Mahomes now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On second down, here's Mahomes. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down. Big play coming up. Here's third and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And to the right side here, it's Allen. He's up to 70 yards receiving now as that last catch gets him a first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot. And they connected there and picked up a first down.
11 more on that one and another first down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one. And that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
They keep it with Penny on first down. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice two-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Isaiah McKenzie now on the return. And they finally get to him, but not before he's past the 45 to the 46-yard line.
It's the third quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard. And while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here first and 10 at their own 46. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on second down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now Garoppolo. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a fourth down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
Very good return that time. 18 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Mahomes now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on. A big call coming on third down. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And San Francisco gets set to go here. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. They'll run here with Balaj. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. He'll pick up another first down with that run.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they were hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. They had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not play offense.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So it's a 3rd field goal for him now. He's accounted for all 9 points. I look down to the sideline, though. You can just tell they weren't too happy for 3. They wanted 6.
No, they have to have 6. Look, he's keeping them afloat. But they really need to do exactly what you talked about. They need to get into the end zone and score some touchdowns. Otherwise, he's going to have to kick a lot more field goals than just the 3 he's already put through the posts.
Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Back now in Seattle, Washington. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. On 2nd down, here's Penny. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football.
Here we go. Green 90. Green 90. Ace. Ace. Check three. Left.
They'll try and run forward with Penny. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. They set up the screen to Penny. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Mike Williams, the intended target, and now it's 3rd down.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Now here's Mahomes. And Allen's got it. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Now, big third down conversion with a gain of 28. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on third down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, second and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's the Pro Bowler Chandler Jones who makes the tackle.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
Throwing now is Mahomes. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
Garoppolo now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. And they'll go on the ground. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. The 49ers moving hastily. They're scurrying to the line. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Back to throw. Able to haul it in is Kittle, and they'll wind up. A good pickup of 28 yards. Garoppolo now. A perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. throwing middle, but it's incomplete. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
Well, to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away, but you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
11.
They'll look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
21.
He's back to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. This stadium once registered as the loudest roar ever recorded, and you can hear them now. 3rd and goal. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. Now Garoppolo, got to have this one. And he's into the end zone. No flags. It's a touchdown. And now a 2-point conversion. And we'll be tied here in the final minute.
Do they have 1 big call left? Here we go.
Listen to this crowd now. Their guys need a stop on this 2-point conversion.
11.
Garoppolo to throw. And it's caught. And with it, we are tied here in the 4th. Set to go now with the kickoff. These 2 teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, let's see if they do just that. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 23 yards on the play. So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Z. Here we go now.
Mahomes to throw. He's going to look for Allen now. That's caught inside the 20. A big play that time for the Seahawks. 45 yards. 6 seconds now. 5 seconds. And that's going to do it right there. They're going to run out of time, and we're going to be headed for OT. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores it. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. Set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Play fake. Garoppolo. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? 11. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And this is incomplete. Keeping the aggression going on defense in overtime here, a 1st down blitz.
You know you can get burned on it big time if they pick it up. But in this situation, they brought the blitz, put some pressure on the QB, and he wasn't able to complete a pass downfield.
Garoppolo again here on 2nd and 10. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. So 3rd down coming up. And, Charles, I guess the question for me, where does 4 down territory begin possibly?
I guess for me it begins if you have 4th and 5 or less because you got to understand your team and know what your play calls are. What do you have that you think you're confident that you can pick up that type of yardage? It might be 4th and 3 for some teams, but I think anything under 4th and 5, they'll think about going for it.
68 yards receiving now for him in the game. And a 1st down on that last catch as well. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to fire one deep. Middle. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A huge play there in overtime. 43 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They come out here in the eye. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted, but how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for the Niners, they get back to 500 now as the win moves them to 7-7. And another road date awaits them next week as their opponents will be the Los Angeles Chargers. Meanwhile, for Seattle, the season is really nosediving now as they fall to 2-12. And they'll be off to Oakland next week for a date with the Raiders.